We're recording. Alrighty, welcome everybody to the Pipala show. And before we do anything else, I would just like to officially welcome Big Clips on as another co-host. Shide, like I don't know what you're doing, bro, but like we're replacing you. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're not replacing Shide, but you know, Daniel, you've done a fantastic job on the last episode.
Appreciate it.
Love the energy that you brought, and yeah, man, welcome aboard officially, bro. Happy to have you on.
I'm happy to be on, bro. Like it's crazy, honestly. Like, and the only reason I'm here mainly is because of you and Shide. Obviously, you because it's your podcast, but Shide's down in fucking Tennessee partying it up. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. He left us.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
He'll be back eventually, but yeah, man, I just want to thank you for wanting to be on the podcast originally, and like I said, I love your energy. Real quick, I also want to thank Look Good Feel Good. Shout out Drew, everybody that works here, man. Look Good Feel Good Barbershop in Boardman. They will get you right. Definitely hit them up. Glenwood Avenue, Boardman, Ohio. That's all you really need to know. Great haircuts. Alrighty, everybody. Taylor Swift. She's single. Talk about that. But what are your thoughts, real quick?
We're ready for more heartbreak songs, I guess. Like right away.
I have a theory about that.
All right.
So, basically, my theory about Taylor Swift is that she keeps getting into bad relationships in order to make hit music. I mean, it's working.
Good possibility.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so this TMZ article right here. Apparently, this guy's named her ex. His name was Maddie Healy. And I mean, I don't know. We'll have a picture of it either in one of the bottom corners. But like, this guy isn't exactly attractive. Would you say that? I mean, look at him.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
He's not. This isn't Ryan Reynolds we're talking about. So this Maddie Healy guy. So it says right here, Taylor Swift and Maddie Healy are shaking it off when it comes to their relationship. The singers have broken up. Okay, so this guy's a singer. But I've never heard of him. According to a close friend in the situation, Taylor is in fact single again, although it's still unclear exactly why they've split up. I could tell you why. I mean, this dude doesn't. He looks older than her. Look at this, bro. This dude looks like 40. Isn't she like 28?
Bro, she's not 28, dog. There's no way she's 28.
Is she like in her 30s?
Bro, she has to be in her 30s.
You think?
Think about it. When we were in high school, when we were in elementary school and like middle school, she was popping off. Bro, hold on. We gotta look this up right now.
Okay, so it says it was a pretty whirlwind romance. I went to private school and I still can't pronounce words. Just last month, Maddie popped off at all three of Tay-Tay's national concerts, right on the heels of the news she and Joe Alwyn's. But I don't know who that guy is.
Taylor Swift is 33.
33.
Dude, 33.
Huh.
She looks great though.
You think?
I think she's great.
I mean, I wouldn't call her hot. I would definitely say she's mildly attractive. Would you say that?
I'm gonna say she's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, the beauty is in the eye of the pole. I'm certainly not saying she's ugly. I don't think she's ugly at all.
But no,
I have a lovely girlfriend, I would like to say real quick. And I can't really be caught calling other girls hot. And I don't think Taylor Swift's hot. But as you know, you can see, I feel like there's a red dot pointing at me, and somebody is going to shoot me if I say something wrong. So my girlfriend is the only one that I have eyes for. Taylor Swift. She's ugly. She's ugly. They just say Taylor Swift's ugly. So anyway, yeah, bro. How do we feel about this? Are we happy that she's single? Are we sad? I can't lie. I feel
real quick. I'm looking at this picture, bro. This cat looks old as fuck.
Yeah,
like
he certainly does.
How old is he?
Matt Ely. I don't know.
Okay,
he's in a band. Right here it says he's in a band. The 1975.
How do you spell Matty? That's the worst fucking. Oh,
Maddie Healy. Maddie Healy. He's gonna have to heal from this breakup. The 1975, which is actually the year after my mom was born. Fun fact.
But what if he was the one that broke it off, though? But you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that they had like a mutual agreement to like, okay, listen, like she's like Taylor, you're gonna get your heart broken, but we want this for you, like say her publicist, Taylor, you're gonna get your heart broken, you're gonna be sad, whatever, but you're gonna have like top 10 hits. 10 of them, all 10. What do you think? Because that's my theory. I think she purposely gets into bad relationships. Either she purposely gets into bad relationships or somebody is controlling her getting into these bad relationships with these mildly attractive men. I mean, this guy's not attractive at all. I mean,
by the way, he's 34. I looked it up real quick.
Really?
This cat looks like he's in his 40s.
I would even say 50s. Look at that. He's using touch of gray over here. Wow.
But what if she's a toxic one? What if she's causing problems?
Do you think Taylor's the toxic one?
What if? Think about that. Because think about it. She's always having heartbreak songs now. Like, dudes are always leaving her. But what if she's the one that's causing the problems?
You might be right.
Like, if, like, you're saying, like, she's planning this. But what if it's, like, a whole different thing? And, like, she's not planning it. She's just being too toxic. And the dudes are like, fuck this, I'm out.
Wow. That's a very compelling point. Okay, so let's say she's toxic. Well, then that kind of changes everything, right? Because I feel like Taylor Swift's songs, she, for better or for worse, she conveys herself as the one who's getting hurt, who everything is being done to her. But what if she's so, like, fucked up mentally, right, that she's writing this, like, ass backwards? And she's, what's the word, covert narcissist or just narcissist?
Dude, I'll be honest. I didn't pay attention to school, so I don't know what the fuck that word means.
Well, anyway, like, I don't know. You make a very compelling point. She could be the toxic one. How many relationships has she been in, bro? She was with, remember Taylor Lautner from Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
Listen, I don't know how many relationships. I just know she wrote a lot of fucking heartbroken songs.
Too many. She's got some hits, though.
And, dude, I'm not lying to you. If someone looked at me tomorrow and said, "Hey, you want to go to a Taylor Swift concert?" I'm in. If we're front row, I'm in.
Really?
Listen, bro, it's Taylor Swift. Like, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that, but listen, it's Taylor Swift.
It is Taylor Swift.
And, like, if you're front row, I'm going.
I understand that.
Maybe I want to be the next heartbreak.
Bro, you never know. Listen, you're more attractive than this motherfucker over here. Anyway, so they haven't been seen in public together since May 25th when they were out on a dinner date. Interesting. We still don't know exactly. She dated Joe Jonas? Bro. I didn't know this.
I didn't know this either, like I said. But look. What if she's the toxic one, though?
Oh, bro, look at that. Okay, so Maddie, Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend, Maddie Healy, has had a history of kissing random people in the crowd. During a January concert, which Taylor was attending, he said he was putting the kibosh on that move. Oh.
Real quick. Huh. Is it me or is that a fucking dude?
That's a dude.
What?
The picture's right here. So Taylor Swift... Okay, so this was 7 days ago. So either right before they broke up or right after they broke up, Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend now kissed a security guard at a concert. Bro, how do we feel about that?
Yeah, that's a no-go.
That's interesting. No wonder they're broken up. I mean, okay, so what's your opinion on that? Say if you have, and you're in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And one of the people is bi and they kiss the other sex. It's like, it was fun, whatever, quick kiss, but it's on the lips. Is that cheating? What do you think? It's an interesting question, right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's gonna sound fucked up, but for us dudes,
yeah,
that's like, all right, that's kind of cool. Like if a girl kisses a girl.
Speak for yourself, bro. I'm a little bit insecure with that.
It don't bother me.
Teach their own.
But like, I don't know about the whole the dude kissing the dude. I mean, like that's him. But like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's like not right. But I'm just like, fuck, dude. I mean, it's also dependent on the relationship. I mean, fuck. We don't.
They said right here he locked lips with the security guard. Talk about single and ready to mingle.
Like,
that's great. Okay, me personally, I think like if somebody's bi in the relationship and they kiss the other gender, I think that's cheating, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's like an insecurity thing. Maybe it is. Maybe that's me being insecure. I mean, people in the comments could let me know, obviously. But, like, I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable with that.
I mean,
I'm saying.
Was it known that he was bi before this? I mean, obviously we don't pay enough attention to this shit.
Bro, I'm hearing about
But,
this.
like-
I'm hearing about this dude for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, was he bi before this?
Okay, I guess he came out.
Okay, so then I mean,
I guess he is bisexual.
I think it'd be really fucked up if say like she didn't know type shit.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, still, I feel like.
it's still fucked up. But,
Yeah, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should probably know about that
Yeah.
and then establish it with your girlfriend or boyfriend. You know what I mean? And if you're not comfortable with it, then set those boundaries. And if you don't think that's right, if you think you should be comfortable with it, then find somebody else. I mean, there's a bunch of people out there.
yeah. I mean,
In my opinion, though, I would think it's cheating, but that's still.
I'm
fucked
still
up.
I'm still thinking Taylor Swift was the toxic one in the relationship. And what if that was his way of getting back at her?
Low key. Okay, so we've established that Taylor Swift is the toxic one, and all of these she's a narcissist.
I'm still going to a T Swift concert though.
Not in New York, though. Not in
fuck.
New York. How about that?
Dude, I'll be honest. What the fuck's going on? I just all I heard about like a Canadian wildfire, and that's it. I don't know other shit. I just seen like a picture of New York. Like, listen, I woke up. I look at my TikTok. This shit looks like an apocalypse. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like, I come here and someone next door, like at the gas station, said, "Yeah, it's getting hazy outside." I'm like, "Oh yeah, it is." It wasn't getting hazy to me. It looked fucking normal.
He was being an idiot, probably.
No. It was like she said it's getting hazy, and like I just agreed with it though. Like I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna agree with you. Fuck
Whatever.
It.
It's
It looks
the
normal to me. And I'm like, I come back and I'm like, what the fuck's they're talking about? They're like, oh, a Canadian wildfire, and it's fucking spreading all the way down here. Which actually, like last night on my way home, I did notice it was fucking hazy as hell. I think it was last night or the night before, one of the two. But it was like kind of bad out here.
I've been seeing it in the daytime a little bit. Like I'm talking about in the distance. Now I'm outside. I obviously own a lawn care and landscaping business, so I work outside a bunch.
Yeah.
And like in the distance, kind of like when we're driving, you could see things kind of fade a little bit out. And it's like a little bit light blue. Is that an accurate depiction of like what it looks like? It's like fades a little bit. I don't know how to.
Honestly, bro, like when I was not walking, like when I was like, went to Cane's yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I went to Cane's after work. Bro, so good, by the way. Fucking killed it. Like usual.
Mm-hmm.
And but I'm on my way home and just like it looked like a fog. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be honest. Kind of reminded me when I went up to Detroit the one day, bro. How everyone says Detroit's like populated and shit. It's true. Like
Yeah.
as soon as I cross over the bridge, this shit's like, you can't fucking see the city. It's so populated.
Yeah.
Not populated.
Polluted. Yeah.
Fuck. See, public school not paying attention.
I mean,
So if there's any kids watching this, stay in school and pay attention.
all right, this is from NBC News. It says New York City has the worst air quality in the world as smoke from Canadian wildfires rolls in. Before we read this article, I saw a theory that the Canadian government, there was like drones, and I saw a video. Granted, it was like 3 a.m. and I just woke up in the middle of my sleep, but I saw this theory that the Canadian government has these drones that caused the wildfire for whatever reason, and that this is all like some big conspiracy to push everybody to like electric instead of natural gas. I don't know. Let's read this article. I want to talk about that in a Go ahead. What would you have to say?
I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure it wasn't fucking drones.
I mean-
I was talking to one of my clients earlier. They're like really in like the whole polar, like all this shit, and they said it was like a fucking camper. Just a camper just
Yeah.
like started a fire, didn't pay attention, just
Yeah.
boom, fucking fire.
It's crazy. So the smoke from the ferocious Canadian wildfires cast basically pale Paul
Where?
over Paul, who knows,
Yeah,
over much of the eastern U.S. today, worsening air quality for millions of people. The air was acrid. Skylines looked orange, and municipal officials told people to stay indoors. Holy shit. About 128 million people were under air quality alerts because of the wildfire smoke and the ozone in the U.S. on Wednesday night. This was 2 nights ago. For smoke alone, around 100 million people were under alerts across 16 states. Holy shit. So it went all the way from like New York to Philadelphia. And on top of that, bro, they said that, which this podcast is going to come out on Saturday, the 10th. So tomorrow, which is today, if you're watching on the day that the podcast debuts, it's at sometime around like Saturday to Sunday. It's supposed to come here. So like Western PA and then Ohio, it's supposed to drift. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about you, but this shit is like fucking scary. Because usually you just see this shit in California, right? On Twitter, on the news, you'll see it on social media, whatever,
Wildfires and
Snapchat.
that?
Yeah, there was that one picture, and it was somebody going to work at like 5 a.m. in the morning, I think, and everything completely red, bro, like engulfed. Where do you think this goes?
I'll be honest. If I came out of my house at fucking 5 in the morning, I seen that, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, people were saying doomsday.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably think it's like fucking zombies. I'm gonna grab my fucking gun. I don't know. Just fucking pray to God. And hopefully no one knocks on my goddamn window that day. At least, until I see some normal people, but I don't know.
What if it's your mom?
What, if it's a zombie?
Yeah, what do you do?
She gotta go, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be crying, bro, but like, what do you do, bro? You want me to turn into a zombie too? I'm gonna try to survive this shit out until I can't.
Why not keep her as like a pet? Is that fucked up?
What the fuck is he gonna do a zombie pet, dog? Think about this. You gonna play fucking Fet Twitter? Dude, you can't all let a zombie go like, go get it.
No, you just
Go get it, mom. Go get it.
No, you just you have her chase you. You have the closet door open, and then as soon as you get to the door, you kind of like juke her out a little bit. She runs into the closet. You lock the door. Mom's still in the closet.
But hear me out though. What if this ain't like no like it's easily full? What if this is like some like what's the fuck Resident Evil zombies?
Okay, hold on. What are the parameters here? Like what kills the zombie? You know what I mean? Like for example, like, is this like a Walking Dead zombie? Is this like The Last of Us? Is it a Minecraft zombie?
Dude, is this a fucking goddamn Resident Evil zombie? Have you seen them fuckers?
I have not, no.
Dude, listen, them motherfuckers be climbing buildings. They climb buildings, fences and shit. You gotta watch Resident Evil.
Well, I think they climb buildings.
I don't know if they're zombies, but like...
Have you seen The Last of Us?
Dude, I played the game...
Or the games, yeah.
I played the game when I was like 13, 14. Haven't played it since.
For real?
I haven't paid attention to it. I need to watch it. Heard it's good. I need to fucking get into it. But like, honestly though, if it was Walking Dead zombies, I'm surviving all day.
Yeah, there's
unless it's like one big fucking zombie. Or what about Left 4 Dead?
I've never heard of that.
Left 4 Dead, the game when we were kids.
No, I've never heard of that.
Fuck, if I showed you it, hold on.
All right, what about Game of Thrones zombies?
I never watched Game of Thrones. Oh. You brought that up in the last episode. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I am a huge Game of Thrones nerd. Okay, it's not even like they're zombies. They're called like the ice people. White Walkers are what they're called. Basically people made of ice, but they're like dead. That's like their version of zombies. But the only way they could get killed is by dragon glass. Or I'm pretty sure they're allowed. They die in the daytime. I'm not sure.
Remember that game?
I've seen covers of it. Yeah,
bro. Like
I've never played it though.
So like, dude, there was like that. Where have you seen that motherfucker?
Bro, that looks like, to be honest with you, that looks like one of the steroided chicken. That looks like a steroided chicken. That zombie.
Oh, all right. Real quick, because you talking about like how you talking about the Game of Thrones zombies or whatever. But hear me out. And you said some, I heard you say like a walker or something like that.
White Walkers, yeah, that's what they're called.
But what about like, I think they're called like Skinwalkers right now. Like a bunch of people are seeing them. Have you seen anything on TikTok about that?
No. The only time I go on TikTok is to post shorts. By the way, shout out to Look and Feel Good for the shorts right here.
Oh, yeah.
These are awesome. We gotta show them off real quick. If you could see, if it's in the shot, yeah, show the shorts real quick.
Sheesh.
Let's close the laptop real quick, bro. You gotta get this. Look, 800 Glenwood Avenue, 44512, Borman, Ohio. Go to Look and Feel Good. Excuse me. If you do want a haircut, high quality. I totally recommend it. It's great, and that's not putting, throwing shade on any other barbershops in the area or barbershops in general, but like, look, I feel good. It's the place to be, clearly.
Videos showing alleged Skinwalkers. WTF here.
Oh. I don't.
What?
But that like that ain't like the main ones though. But like let me actually find you like
You gotta send that to me. We're gonna put it in the bottom right corner.
what that one,
The deer, yeah. Just send it, dude.
bro. Like
You
listen. I'm on like I'm really like that paranormal activity stuff.
Yeah.
So like I'll be like chilling in my room and I'm like, fuck, let me watch some of this. And like
I got something for you. Go ahead.
like
Say it.
so these dudes that I went to like Crestview, these dudes I went to school with, they have a YouTube thing called Hauntings of Ohio. Bro, listen, you gotta watch this shit. If you do like paranormal activity stuff, like ghosts and that,
I'm certainly interested in it.
watch this, bro. I swear to God,
What's it called?
Hauntings of Ohio
Where can you find it?
on YouTube, bro. I'm
Do
telling
they
you,
have an account?
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro,
Low key, if we could get them on, I would love to talk about all this shit.
I can talk to him. I'll see if I can get a hold of him. The one dude, Jake, that used to cut here, he actually cuts the one dude on him. Let me tell you, bro. They went to the Wickyard. You know the Wickyards is over by Ursuline.
Yeah.
Bro, that place is haunted. They said they had some of the most paranormal shit happen there. Like that, they got on film and that. But like, dude, like for instance,
the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm sure most, if not all, know what a skinwalker is. If not, pay close attention, because what you'll see might haunt you. In Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a type of harmful which you
bro, like what are you doing? Like I follow like these people. I don't even follow them. Like they just always pop on my 40 page. So like, bro, there's like they live in like the middle of the woods, all right, and like they're outside, and the daughter was out in the woods. They're like, all right, come on, you gotta come in. She's like, I'm with my friend, and she comes back, and like there's like a fucking like it looks like a little kid. It's like looking at her, and then fucking poof, gone just that fast, bro. Swear to God, it went behind the tree, like it went so fast, like where it could have popped out the other side, gone.
No shit.
Like, and then like there's like the big tall like fucking dude. Tell you gotta look up this shit, dude. They're so creepy. But like, bro, I had to bring that up since we were talking about zombies. Like, them fuckers, like, dude, I don't know what I would do if I seen one.
That shit. Listen, that shit. It's definitely real. In terms of like, I don't know about zombies, but in terms of demons and like ghosts and shit.
Oh, I believe in ghosts. Heavy.
Me too. I don't know what they are or like why they exist, but they definitely exist. My mom told me a story once. She said she had a friend from high school or just a friend in general who lived in Austintown, and she was a single mother, and the lady would tell her about how her son would like wake up with like bruises and didn't go to bed with these bruises previously, and how just weird shit would happen. And so my mom went over and she prayed in the house with because my mother's Catholic, I'm Catholic, and I guess the lady was like Christian or whatever. But my mother she prayed over there just one time, prayed throughout the house, whatever, prayed over the house, whatever. And then told my aunt, who's like an expert in all this stuff, like Catholic, like exorcism, stuff like that. And my aunt said, you can't go over there anymore. Like the demon could attach to you. Like this is real shit. Yeah.
No way.
I have another story. We cut clients that lived in the house that my grandparents used to live in. So their old house, my grandparents' old house. And they said that they think it's haunted, and we're like, oh, okay, whatever. Bro, they had 2 house cleaners leave because, like, for example, they said, they put their purse down and they would come back and it'd be in a completely different location. Both of them reported that, like, when nobody was home, mind you, separate cleaning ladies, separate times, that there would be, like, a woman's voice calling down from the upstairs with the owner's, like, would call the owner's name, this lady, and, like, they ended up completely quitting. And they also said that, like, their 2 dogs, they'll always, like, go to this one spot where there's nobody and just growl.
Dude, dogs have the most crazy fucking, like, sense to that shit.
Bro, and then, now listen, I think the story is horseshit, but the husband, he was talking about how, and when I told my mom this story, she's like, oh, he's full of shit. He said, like, he watched his coffee cup. It's so stupid, because I think he might have been high, but he said, oh yeah, like, I watched my coffee cup just float in midair from the table and then just fall on the ground.
But I've heard of shit like that happening, but, like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking study ghosts, so, like, I don't know how fucking, but, like,
I definitely believe in that shit, but I don't know, because I don't know about that one, but I definitely believe in ghosts.
Bro, so how about when I was a kid, I was one of them kids that, like, was always afraid of the shit like that. I hate dolls. Like, I don't hate dolls, but, like, the old dolls, like the fucking eyes just, like, fucking sit and they follow you.
Bro,
my mom used to have one. Bro.
My grandma used to have, like,
listen,
10.
my grandma made this for my mom and my dad.
No shit.
Swear to God, my mom has it in our spare bedroom at her house. I walk in here and freak the fuck out every time because it's, like, right on top of a thing.
Yeah.
And it's just, so sometimes I'll fucking spin it around.
Yeah.
My mom used to fuck with me and spin it back around.
Oh damn.
To fuck with me. But, like, dude, like, them dolls creep me out. But, like, growing up, I was always scared of shit like that. Paranormal activity stuff, all that. Well, I'm over my friend's house. I'm over her house, and she told me that, mind you, we're maybe 10, 11 years old at the time. And she told me her house is haunted. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm like, nothing. It's not fucking haunted. So it's me, her, and our other friend.
Yeah.
Well, we're all sitting on the couch. I'm on the one end, she's on the other, and our friend, she's in the middle. And, like, where she was, it was, like, on a crack. We're sitting there watching Paranormal Activity. What a coincidence, you know?
Of course.
We're kids, we want to watch this. Well, excuse me.
You're good.
Bro, we're watching this, and the one in the middle, she jumps up and takes off running. She's like, hold on, I gotta go check something. Like, she's like, my back. She took off. Well, then, my other friend took off in there. They're like, Daniel. I come running in. She lifted up the middle of her back, bro. Fucking threes. Mind you, like, I went in, like, maybe a second after type deal. Like, they heard, as soon as she got in, she's like, Daniel, come on. I heard it took off type shit. So, obviously, it cannot be the other girl. But, bro, it's like 3 scratch marks right down the fucking middle. Like, where, like, the other chick couldn't fucking reach. Like, from, like, the top all the way down. Like, perfectly. Fucking, we stopped watching the movie. We were tripped out. Well, then, bro, mind you, that was my first time around that type of shit. Kind of stopped, like, being around that. I kind of got more nervous because that's a fucking scary thing as a kid. And, so, like, my friends and that, like, they knew, they seemed like a lot of ghosts and shit. I'm like, I don't fucking ever see ghosts. Bro, I was over at my girlfriend's house. I'm sitting there, we're sitting, like, her bed's too small, so we're in the spare bedroom. She's at her desk. I'm sitting there on my laptop. I'm just chilling there doing this. All of a sudden, a fucking white piece of paper, like, or a washcloth, goes from, like, her room to, like, the fucking laundry room. Oh, just fucking flies past. My girlfriend goes like this, looks up over, goes back to her. I'm like, we're not just gonna not react to that, are we? Mm-hmm. She looks at me, she's like, oh, that happens all the time. I said, what? I said, fucking since when?
Yeah.
I'm like, we've been together for how long? Like, since when? Man, I've never seen this shit. Bro, I swear to God, I'm like, I just seen, like, we just seen something or something like that. I walked in, no white washcloth around, no one in there. Mind you, her parents were out of town.
Yeah.
No white washcloth around. Bro, I was tripping. I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, I'm never coming back to your house by myself. Like, there's no way. like, I'm like, I cannot do this shit. Like, I already get a bad feeling when I was here. Like, I already had that bad feeling. I'm like, I will not be at this house by myself because I'm like, I'm so like, I don't fuck with ghosts by myself. If I'm with like one other person, two other people, you know what I'm saying? Can't be just me because it ain't just gonna get me. It's gonna get your ass too, type shit. Nah, yeah, fuck that. But like, that was like the most recent thing I like witnessed that shit, bro. Like, it was like literally just a washcloth flying like across. And I was like, we're not just gonna not react to that. Like, we gotta go see what that is. She's like, yeah. She's like, that's my ghost friend. She's like, that ghost always been around and this and that. I'm like, she's like, she's like, I don't see it. But like, she's like, but she's always seen shit like that. I'm like, there's no way in hell, the whole time we've been together, that you've never told me this. She like told me that her place was haunted, but like, I'd never, you know what I'm saying? Like, never witnessed that shit, bro. Like, it was crazy. Trying to think of another thing.
My girlfriend, the house that she grew up in, she would say how it was haunted, and I don't know, her mom, her brother would say the same thing. Like, she said that like shit would turn on, she'd hear like weird sounds and shit like that. Thank God they moved out of that house and stuff like that. But like, what is somebody gonna do? You know, if like that's their home. You can't just leave because, you know.
Dude, it's crazy, like, that Hauntings of Ohio I was telling you about. Bro, like, I was watching, because, like, most of this shit is fake, only on YouTube. Like, you know, like,
of course.
Not Paranormal Activity. What the fuck's it? What was the one that was really popular growing up? With, like, Zach Bagans or some shit like that. Oh, fuck. There was Ghost Hunters, and then there was another one. There was two popular ones. Most of their shit was, like, fake growing up. I remember that.
Yeah.
But,
I remember that.
Some of their stuff that's like, mind you,
You're talking about the movie with the girl that's in the Sopranos prequel? Oh.
It's not a movie; it's a show. It's like these were people like actually go like
Ghost Stories.
No, so
Isn't
there was
that
like
what it is?
there was Ghost Hunters, and then what was the last one? Not the last one. His name was Zach. I think Beacon. Zach Baggins. Not Baggins. Fuck, I don't even know how to say his last name. What was it? Ghost Adventures. But like that type of shit, they do stage some of that.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Definitely.
these guys, like, obviously, like, sometimes shit does seem fake. I don't know if it's fake, but then other stuff, like, you're like, nah, that's definitely fucking real. Well, they're at this house in New York because they would like just started off around here, mind you. That's when they started getting popular. And bro, they were at this house in New York. It was like I'll have to send you the link to it.
Yeah, I would love to watch it.
At the end of the fucking thing, the reason why they stopped it, like, this house was possessed by a demon.
Oh, shit.
Basically. They were talking to him and shit. And, like, they have all the right equipment for it.
Yeah.
Well, they're outside because they wouldn't talk to them unless they were outside. And then, like, kind of talked to them when they came in. But, like,
Yeah.
bro, they were like, they kept saying, like, ABCs or some shit.
Yeah.
Through the whole entire show. Well, not the show, but like episode or whatever the fuck you want to call it on YouTube. They were in the house and all that. They noticed something when they went in there. There was a fucking Ouija board. The ghost was trying to get to play with the fucking Ouija board. Mind you, there's only two of them there. There's like only the two that like two of them there. Like they didn't have their other friends or nothing. They're like, that's like they'll go as far as certain shit, but they cross the line when it comes to that. They grabbed the Ouija board, put it on the table, like put the box down on the table. Said, "Is this what you want us to do?" And it said something, and they're like, "We're not fucking doing this." Well, something fucking just dropped, like fucking out of nowhere. They're like, "We're done. We're not doing this." It goes too far. But bro, some of the shit they have is just like, it would like, mind you, like, I got a little bit of goosebumps and shit, like, thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
I watched that, bro. Like, it was just like, I'm like, bro, like, what if that, like...
Okay, so, what... I never understood this. I always knew that, like, a Ouija board, it had, like, a certain significance when it came to, like, demonic stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Paranormal activity, witchcraft, whatever. But I never really understood, like, what a Ouija board does.
So, it's supposed to be, like, your communication to, like, the dead. And it's supposed to open up, like, a portal to demons. I don't fucking know. Some weird shit. All I know is like it's your way to communicate basically without like because you know they got like the boxes and all that shit to talk to like the spirit box. They got all this shit to talk to ghosts now, basically.
Yeah.
They got like they even got this like one thing. It's like a little circular thing. And a ghost can go touch a light. And it will change the light to color. And like make it go off. Yeah, I swear to God, it's on another one. Bro, this one had two of the people on the show trapped in a fucking room. It would not leave because it wanted to, like, if they would have came out the room, it would attack them.
Oh fuck!
But like they asked about like they also have dowsing rods and shit now too. Like,
what's the dowsing rod?
So a dowsing rod's like 2 metal rods.
Okay.
You can hold in your hand. You start off straight.
Okay.
And you can talk to like a ghost, like ask it yes or no questions. So if it's a yes, it crosses. Like you don't cross them, I do. So like they show you when they do it, they have them facing down. So you and like have a loose grip on them, so they can't turn them, and you can watch your hands and shit. Like they don't move. So like the dowsing rods will fucking turn.
Why?
And like if it's sometimes they fucking ghosts and shit will fucking just spin that shit, like get it all the way around and then fucking make it drop. It's crazy. Like mind you, they're pointed down too, so like you can't like So they point straight. Obviously, they can just go wherever.
Of course.
So you can just do movements like this movement. But dude, crazy shit. But like a Ouija board though, you basically just touch it, and it's like you don't want to play it by yourself.
Yeah.
That's like one of the rules. Don't play it by yourself, and then never stop the game without saying goodbye.
Hold on. Why don't you want to play by yourself?
Dude, I'll be honest. I don't know. I've never played a fucking Ouija board.
Understandable.
That's a big no-no for me.
Same here.
But
and then why not say goodbye?
I guess like that pisses them off or some shit. Like I guess like shit can happen. I don't fucking know. Basically, like you want to say goodbye. It's like it's kind of like disrespect or some shit. I don't.
Do you think that ghosts and demons are the same thing?
No,
I don't think so either.
No, I think honestly, like a ghost is kind of like something that just like they hadn't found their way to another side. Which I know you want. I know you're about to get to that topic soon. I know you want to get to that topic soon.
Yeah.
But it's like I think a ghost like just like their way to another side. Like they haven't found their way there, or they're just stuck. I think a demon's like there's something wrong.
I agree.
Like they're like they want to attack you, like all that type of shit.
Yeah, possess you.
Yeah, like I don't know much about this shit. I'm not a fucking expert.
I don't know.
Honestly, I wish we had them dudes here right now. I gotta try to get in contact with them.
Can I be honest? This is the first podcast we've talked about like paranormal activity before. This is a very unexplored topic on the show. Yeah. I will say that.
I think a lot of people don't talk about this topic for some reasons. I don't know.
Well, why. I mean, I understand why not. Because it is some scary shit.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, yeah, I definitely want to go into this. You made an interesting point when you said like you kind of think that like ghosts are, I don't know, like they're trying to get, but they're still stuck.
They're just stuck.
Do you think that ghosts then could be like souls in purgatory? What do you believe in, first of all? Like where we go after?
Do you mean like I believe in heaven, hell, afterlife type shit? So I'm like really like I'm all over the place with this. Like I do believe in, you know, heaven.
Yeah.
I do believe in hell, but at the same time, like bits and pieces of me don't. Mind you, like I do go to church once in a while, but like my one thing was like it's hard to believe in something that's been rewritten so many times.
I get that.
So like that's one thing. Like, and then it's just like there's just certain things.
Yeah.
Like I mean, fuck. I believe in reincarnation too sometimes because it's crazy. Like there's like someone dies on this day, then also another person born at that same time that person dies.
Yeah.
And sometimes like say they died from a stab wound. Did you ever see like someone born with like their birthmark was like where that other person got stabbed?
Really?
There's been shit like that, bro. So it's like
I've never seen anything like that.
So like, bro, I think like honestly like birthmarks is just like, what if that person was like in their past life got like, say you know like people got like a birthmark like right here.
Yeah.
What if they got shot? or like say like you know like some people get like a scar, like it's not even a scar, it's just like it's a birthmark, but like it looks like a scar.
Yeah.
What if they got stabbed? It's like that type of shit. Like we'll never know.
Yeah.
I also believe in like sometimes like right now like we've lived our whole life already, but like we're reliving it right in this moment. Because think about like deja vu's.
Yeah.
Like you've lived through something already, but like you going back through it. I think we go through that every fucking day, damn near.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
So you think that we as people, if I'm hearing you correctly, you think that we as people have already lived our lives, but like we're going through it, but subconsciously we already know it's gonna happen, and we already have we already know, we've already felt it.
Like, have you ever like for instance, like have you ever like think about this, like you ever like been somewhere like and talked to someone and you're like, damn, I knew that answer was coming up, or like you're like I knew this day was happening.
Maybe.
Like I swear to God, like I've been cutting someone, and like I honestly didn't have like a face or some shit, but like I had the conversation. Like I don't know if I was sleeping or some shit, but like bro, all of a sudden I was here, and all of a sudden like I'm living that moment.
Yeah.
But I remember I thought about that moment in the past. Like that's the crazy part. Like I really think like because like there's like them sayings like you really live your life in like 7 seconds when you die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if we're already right before we die and like we're both like dying right now and we're just reliving our life right now? That's some fucked up shit. Like what if we're like, you know what I'm saying? Like what if we're stuck in that?
Okay. I hear you. I've never heard that theory before.
If for whoever's like, if someone's like watching this high as fuck, I'm sorry, I probably just fucked your brain up a little bit.
I'm gonna fuck it up worse. What if we're in a simulation?
Fuck.
Do you know what simulation theory?
No, you gotta tell me a little bit.
All right. So have you ever seen The Matrix?
I feel like maybe.
Basically, Elon talked about this. He said, I believe, that there's like a 1 in 3 chance that we're in a simulation right now. Basically, the idea... Have you ever seen Ready Player One? Okay. Think of it like this. The Apple... Have you seen the Apple... the VR... Or any VR, really.
Yeah.
Think of it like VR, right? You're in a virtual world.
Okay.
You're in a world that's not real. Reality is like kind of... Excuse me. It's pushed to the side. Reality isn't a thing. You're right now. You're in a fake world that's been constructed, and you can do all these things in this fake world. The idea is that if we're in a simulation, we're in that fake world, and we don't know that we're in that fake world. And there's different, conspiracies or like ideas of what it would be like, but the idea is that like some people believe that like our whole life is the simulation, and when we die, then we're back in the real world. Some people think that, like, as crazy as it fucking sounds, bro, like that the sky is a dome, and that
that one sometimes does have me fucked up, making me think that sometimes, but I don't fucking.
Okay, so in Antarctica, the government won't let you go past a certain like latitude or longitude and latitude for whatever reason. That's a big... I mean, I'm not a flat earther at all. I'm not a flat earther. But I was up at 4 a.m. one night on Twitter, and I can't lie, shit was kind of getting convincing. The government won't let you past a certain point in Antarctica, right? And then if at some certain longitude and latitude, there's like this area where shit perfectly lines up, like 13,000 feet in the air, and there's no proof or whatever, but there was some conspiracy theory that that's the top of the dome. Damn. And like what if the sun... Okay, this is just not a conspiracy. Dude, I don't believe this at all.
You just fucked my mind up with that too.
But like
so.
This isn't... I don't believe this, but like what if the sun is truly just a big light? Think about it. Okay. So some people, and once again, I don't believe this, but some people don't believe that we've been to the moon.
Oh, I don't believe it.
You don't think?
They already came out and said it. We didn't go to the moon.
I used to work at Giant Eagle, and for anybody who's watching like in another part of the country or overseas or whatever, it's a store. And my manager was trying to convince me that we hadn't been to the moon, and I can't lie, he was getting super convincing, so I had to walk away. Mm-hmm. But like, he was like, think about it. Okay, why haven't we been back? I was like, have we? I don't know. I still don't know. I mean, we have to look it up, but I don't really want to look it up right now.
Well, it was proven like a while ago. Like people that went to the moon, they said they didn't go.
Yeah, who was it?
I don't know who it was. Like I seen the video.
John, was it? Who was that?
And then none of that fucking
wasn't it like Buzz Aldrin or some shit?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't remember I don't know none of that shit. But who was it MythBusters? Or
I'm not sure.
What was the show? Remember when we were kids? I think it was MythBusters.
It might have been MythBusters, yeah.
I think they proved that they didn't go to the moon. Because they recreated like the whole same fucking footprints, everything. Like how they went to the moon. I don't think we went to the moon.
The theory is that in order to beat the Russians, or not the Russians, the Soviet Union, I think it was the Soviet Union back then, in the space race with the Cold War, we faked it to win the Cold War and to beat the Soviet Union in the Cold War. And to gain superiority over all these countries, and that we were like the leader in terms of like innovation in the world. I don't know, bro. It's fucked up because think about it, like, why have other countries been to the moon, or are we the only one?
I don't think anyone's been to the moon.
Well, like I'm saying, have they claimed to have gone to the? Let's look this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say your laptop's right here.
Yeah, let's combat misinformation right now in real time, because we just can't let this go to waste. What countries? Oh shit. Been to the moon. The moon. Okay, here we go. We're about to combat misinformation right now. Okay, well, hold on. This is Wikipedia, so take this with a grain of salt right here. But missions to the moon have been conducted by the following nations and organizations in chronological order. What? The Soviet Union went to the moon first. That's a bunch of Russian propaganda, is what it is. Full of shit. Go Ukraine. Anyway, just kidding. So the Soviet Union, United States, Japan, European Space Agency, China, India, Luxembourg, Israel, Italy, South Korea, and the United Arab Emirates. That's for everybody that's stupid. That's the same country that Dubai's in that you see on Instagram.
You're fucked.
Now, what countries have walked the moon? Okay, here we go. So, to date, only one country has succeeded in landing humans on the moon: the United States of America. As part of the Apollo space program, the United States has landed a total of 12 astronauts.
I call bullshit.
I think I do too. Did Russia walk the moon?
The reason being, bro.
Okay, hold on right here. This doesn't make any sense. It says, the first after the unsuccessful attempt by the Luna 1 to land on the moon in 1959, the Soviet Union performed the first hard moon landing. Hard means the spacecraft intentionally crashes into the moon. Later that same year, with the Luna 2 spacecraft, a feat the U.S. duplicated in 1962 with the Ranger 4. So they crashed into the moon?
So I think with that, I think that's more like sending like a fucking just a rocket. You know what I'm saying? One of them rocket ships. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
So
not
without people.
Yeah, without people.
I see what you're saying.
If I'm being honest, but bro, I call bullshit. Because why hasn't anyone else went? Why has no actual people landed on the moon besides America?
We're about to find out how many times we walked the moon.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind walking the moon though. That'd be crazy.
No, here it fucks up your bones like completely. Okay,
Listen, my bones are already fucked up, so it really don't matter. Fuck it.
The Apollo 11 moon landing in July 1969. Nice. Was a huge feat of the human endeavor, engineering, and science. It was a moment that the world had been waiting for. Apollo 11 was followed by 6 further trips to the moon, 5 of which landed successfully. 12 men walked on the lunar surface in total. How many times has the U.S. landed on the moon? Among 7 Apollo moon landings missions, only 1 did not land. Okay, so 6 times the United States allegedly, take that with a grain of salt, landed people on the moon. The moment is etched in the collective memory of the entire generation. Blah, 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 blah. July 20th, 1969. Anniversary is coming up soon. To become the first human being to step foot on the moon. That's okay. We've all heard the propaganda. One small
What
step
the
for
moon
man.
smells like?
What? Oh boy. I do see that. Okay. Well, I'm curious now. What does it smell like?
One of the great challenges of landing on the moon turned out to be the question of what the moon's surface was going to be like. But the real surprise was that the moon had a smell. The lunar dirt turned out to be a kind of a pain in the neck. It is extremely clingy and hard to brush off. And so,
To me, it just sounds like fucking dust.
Okay, hold on. Aren't they in a spacesuit? And okay, here's another conspiracy. If the moon smelled like something, does the moon not have? It doesn't have oxygen, right? Or it doesn't have oxygen at the levels that we have it. So, like, if you could smell the moon, then couldn't like the space get into your spacesuit?
Dude, there's so much fucked up shit here.
I mean, I'm an idiot. I'm drinking a Coors Light Tall Boy, talking about the moon, and if we I'm not smart. I'm wearing a bucket, but like, I just don't.
Bro, mind you, we also just went from ghost to the fucking moon.
Yeah, we're going all over the place here. This is something else that we really haven't talked about, to be honest with you. But like, I call bullshit. We're gonna keep playing it, and we're just gonna see what happened, really.
got back into the lunar module and repressurized it and filled the cabin with breathable air and oxygen. The lunar dirt turned out to have a smell, at least once it's exposed to air. They said that it smelled like wet fireplace ashes, or like the air.
Look at all these evil
Fire
white men
show,
in the
a
60s.
kind of burned smell. The soil samples and the rocks were
So,
Like, can we just like look at all these evil white men? Think about it. Like, they might have been telling United States propaganda because, you know, whatever. I don't.
real quick, he said it's like when it hit air.
Yeah. What?
I mean, isn't there air already up there technically? But like technically, it's like not so great. But like,
It's still breathable, right? I
and
don't
like,
know.
when did they get the smell? When they got on the ship or when they got home?
Yeah, exactly.
When they got home, you know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
sealed in sample containers, but when scientists back on Earth opened the containers to examine the moon rocks and the moon soil, the smell was gone. The smell of the moon remained on the moon.
So it was just in the ship basically when. I don't know. There's something weird going on here.
It says right here, after Apollo 11 and Apollo 13, public interest faded. For example, Apollo 12, which reached the moon almost exactly 4 months after Apollo 11, pulled off the space program's first pinpoint landing. The Apollo 11 lunar module narrowly avoided being smashed to pieces on the moon boulders thanks to Armstrong's last-minute manual adjustments, but the result was an off-target arrival. I don't know what this shit means, but we're going to continue. Let's see here. Apollo 12 Commander Charles P. Conrad and Mission Control really wanted to nail the second moon landing, which was programmed right next to the Surveyor 3 module, and that's not what I'm like looking for. I'm looking for them saying something. Oh, here we go. I don't even know if this is what it is, but we'll find out. The American public's initial fascination with the landing on Man on the Moon quickly faded. This is the Apollo 13 disaster grabbed TV ratings because American astronauts' lives hung in the balance. By Apollo 14, less than 2 years after the 600 million people watched the first moon landing, the prevailing attitude was, the moon? Been there, done that. Interesting. How public interest faded like that.
I'm still calling cap.
It says right here, I remember, somebody was quoted, I remember watching Apollo 14 as a kid, and there are these 2 men struggling up the side of the crater with this little wheeled equipment carrier. This is Pyle. I think it's one of the scientists or whatever. They're doing the incredible work of exploration and discovery, and then the networks cut away. To soap operas. Suddenly, I'm watching General Hospital. That's the way it was through Apollo 17, and yet each of these missions did something increasingly daring and fascinating. I wonder if we were actually there. Like, do you think it cut to a soap opera if it actually happened because, like, they found something that they didn't want the public to know? Because think about it. It can't be live. It has to be delayed for a little bit, right, if we were there.
What if that's when we found aliens?
Okay, so that's something else that I wanted to talk to you about. So speaking of aliens, something really fucking crazy happened here. So there was an ex-intelligence official. I think he was from the CIA, and he said that the government is hiding alien technology from Congress. So this guy's a whistleblower. So what a whistleblower basically is, if anybody doesn't know, a whistleblower is somebody who comes forward with information they weren't supposed to share, but basically information that will benefit the public in some way, or it exposed something, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it says right here the past 6, and this is from the Intelligencer. I think that's how you pronounce it. I believe it's a credible news source. The past 6 years have been a roller coaster for the extraterrestrial mind in America. In 2017, the New York Times revealed that former Senator Harry Reid had previously stuck away $22 million in defense funding to investigate UFOs. Since then, Navy pilots have come forward to report frequent UFO sightings, while the Pentagon has revamped its investigation process in an effort to take the matter more seriously. The increased scrutiny hasn't led to any breakthroughs. It turns out that many of the objects the pilots cited were just balloons. For example, like the Chinese spy balloon that everybody was making a big fuss about back in, I think it was like March.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think it was last year. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been last year.
I wasn't paying attention, honestly.
Okay, so in an interview with News Nation, this whistleblower claimed that the government has evidence of alien life in crashed spacecraft from another planet. This is his quote. So the quote started, well, naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. So this guy said, like, they found UFOs. This whistleblower from the CIA, I believe, he said they encountered dead pilots from UFOs. Is literally what he said. He goes, and believe it or not, as fantastical as it sounds, it's true. So we also have a video. Let's see here.
So basically the same. They found aliens in a fucking crash.
Basically, here we go. Okay, so here's the whistleblower. We're gonna play this right now.
Ohio State residents, if you have a utility meter, like this
So,
on the side of your
real
house.
quick, while you're doing this, so I just seen on TikTok the other day. This I woke up like I want to say around 5 or some shit, just out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And bro, I'm like, fuck, let me go on TikTok for a couple minutes. I can go back to sleep. And bro, this dude just like at the Area 51 gate, like it showed like a video footage of, like him. He drove up there and like the Area 51 called the cops.
Really?
To come get him out.
How was he? Yeah, I was about to say, how did he find it?
Well, so I guess you can find Area 51. I guess it's like you can find it. It's just like, once you go past a certain point, it's like they gotta shoot you type shit. Or like,
of course.
Like my stepdad, he was in the military, and they were like they used to fly planes.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't that far.
He was in the Air Force, I'm guessing.
No. He was in the Army. And
my fault.
He was just in the military though. That's.
I got you.
But I mean, mind you, they're all in planes.
Mm-hmm.
They all do get in planes once in a while. I think they were like I think they were just like skydiving or some shit. I don't remember. He told me about it, bro.
That's pretty fucking cool, though.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think they were like working on something. Well, they flew, and they didn't know they crossed over. Like, cause like Area 51's like I want to say it's like a big mileage or some shit.
Yeah.
So like that's why you can find it so easily or some. I don't fucking know. But I guess they crossed over like the border. And another plane came out of nowhere and said, "Hey, you guys are gonna have to hurry up and go back. If not, we're forced to shoot you guys out the air."
Oh wow!
Like it's a fucking thing. But like this dude was like, he found the one gate basically, pulled up to the gate, and he wouldn't leave. He's like, "No, someone wanted me to come here. Like someone told me to come here and try to like say like their name said, oh, that's my uncle though. My uncle told me to come here." And mind you, this dude's like in his fucking 50s, dog.
Really?
His uncle would probably be 70 something. There's no way he's working Area 51 still. But dude, like, he found his way there, and like the people like had it. They're like, listen, no one told you to come here. Like they're like, we can't even get past that fucking gate. Or like, we can't get past this part. Like we cannot let you in. And like he finally came to the conclusion, like, all right, fuck, I can't go in. But like, dude, like I really think that they're hiding some shit in there.
All right, so this is from News Nation. The title of the video is "Whistleblower Claims U.S. Has Bodies of Alien Species."
David Grush
It's a 5-minute video.
says the government's lying to you. It is. Before you laugh, I'm actually talking about some pretty far out stuff. Like really far out stuff. Like covering up the existence of UFOs. Once again, before you laugh, David Grush is no joke. He is an Air Force veteran. He is also a former member of the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. Okay, you got to be pretty smart to be there. Part of the Pentagon, okay? He says he has seen evidence of secret crash retrieval program, a secret crash retrieval program that's been hidden for decades. Crashes of UFOs. He says he's even retrieved bodies of other species, or at least he's seen the evidence of that. This is big, weird stuff, right? From a big guy. He's whistleblowing now. He's saying this is stuff that, public needs to...
I wonder how much longer he'll be alive for. Somebody in the government's gonna kill him.
Probably.
know about. Congress needs to know about. Shouldn't be kept
When did this
secret.
come out?
And
This
3
came
days
out
ago.
3 days ago, yeah.
so this is what he told
What do you
Journalist
think?
Ross Coulthard, who's
What do you think of like? How long do you think? Like, say if he does get killed, how long do you say?
Here's the thing. The information already came out. He already went public with this. So if somebody was to kill him, then I feel like that would be a statement that, like, this is real. And, like, now because you came public with it, like, there's going to be a reckoning. I don't think they'll kill him. However, because I'm just thinking about this in real time, they'll probably come for somebody that he's close to.
What if they do kill him, but like it's after a bit? So say this all dies down. Mind you, because I'll be honest, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Really?
Because like a lot of people aren't in, like, they're into politics, but like they're not at the same time. You know?
I wouldn't even call this politics. This is different, man.
Well, but bedtime. But like I would still call this politics, kinda, because like, bro, it's something big. I don't know. I don't know much about this shit. But like, I don't follow like big stuff like usually.
Yeah.
And not like a lot of people like look into like all this. So
I go on Twitter a lot.
I see. I'm really never on Twitter.
I understand.
Twitter's
I
like,
get it.
Twitter's like not my shit at all. So, but like, what if they wait like say 3-4 months? This dies down. Done. Bro, watch this shit. This dude fucking dies. We're next on the list, dog, because we called this shit. Like,
You heard it here first.
government's like, boys, we got them.
Let's see here. We're 1 minute and 4 seconds in.
reporting for News Nation. Take a look.
So this is the guy.
You are saying to the human race,
This is the
for the
whistleblower.
first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of...
Well,
not
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
I mean,
If he's telling the truth, this is crazy.
if he's telling the truth, that means there's definitely, obviously, there's something. There's like a whole nother living
That
area.
changes the game. Because think about it, like, if is there one species of aliens? Are there multiple species? I mean, if I think there's definitely
First off,
multiple.
what do they look like?
Exactly.
What if one can just fucking walk right past you?
Bro, what if they look like us? If it's like what's that movie The Rock was in? It was Escape from Witch Mountain or something like that. Like, what if the aliens, like in that movie, the aliens look exactly like us, bro? Dude, what if it's like that?
Possible. Because like, first off, do you really think we're the only do you really think we're the only planet with living life on?
I think we would be naive to assume that there's not even another planet with like single-celled organisms. You know,
I'm saying this. It's for us to say that we're the only people with like we're the only planet with living like fully living people or whatever the fuck you want.
Just beings in general.
Yeah, living beings like dogs, cats, and shit. Bro, it's gotta be on another planet. It might not look the same because like think about this, bro. How the fuck is there only one spot? Like how? Because like we adapt to live in here and shit. But like, what if like we all adapted here and shit. But like, what if in a like whole another planet?
Yeah.
That's like they have the whole same process, all that, but just like they adapted to it.
I read something on I think it was Twitter, and it said like the oxygen in Mars they tested it enough, and maybe this isn't true, but it said like the oxygen in Mars, it's been determined that it's unlivable for human beings, but like. That's because we're thinking about, and they attribute it to like, there can't be life on Mars because there's no oxygen. But what if somehow like our way of thinking about how species how different species live on Earth, right? Like what if it's different for other planets? Like what if the rocks are alive? Okay, that's a crazy like high thought.
Like think about like fish. Yeah, they don't need air.
Exactly. What if it's like something like that?
So like, what if aliens can live over there?
Exactly.
And like, be perfectly fine because they don't need oxygen or something.
Or what if they're this is a really high thought here, but like, what if their oxygen is like the ground? Think about that. And the beings are the air.
So do they test the air though? Do they only test the air? Or do they test everything?
I believe they test it. They had to have tested everything, right? Okay.
First off, hold on.
Let me fact check this.
First off, how do we know they tested shit though? Because if you think about it though,
yeah,
we already doubted that they went to the fucking moon. So how do we know that they've been to a whole other planet? And also, what planet do you think the aliens are on though?
We don't know. We can't know. There's no way that we know. It could be in a completely different, like, we're thinking in terms of like the Milky Way galaxy, right? That's the one we're a part of. But like, who's to say that like there's not another galaxy? You know what I mean?
True, but I'm just saying like
there's got to be thousands.
Bro, outer space is a big place.
Let's see here,
bro. Some of these videos will be like, "Damn, this is some crazy shit," and some of them will be like, "These guys are fucking retarded."
Maybe.
Oh, my bad. Not retarded.
Oh, you can say retarded on here. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it. My apologies, everybody. But yeah, we're gonna go back to this video because it's just so interesting.
Okay, Rush filed a whistleblower complaint, like I told you, and this is what he told News Nation. There is a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral. Department of Defense has released a statement that reads in part, to date, the AARO, which is the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office in the Pentagon, has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or exist currently. AARO is committed to following the data and its investigation wherever it leads, which leads me to Ben Hansen. He's the host of Discovery Plus's UFO Witness. Ben Hansen, what is your read on all this David Grush business?
This is quite amazing, actually. I was attending a UFO conference this morning when this broke, and thank you for covering it. This is a bombshell. We've had whisperings that these whistleblowers are going to be coming out, that the select committees in Congress are, kind of floored at what they're hearing. But this seems to be kind of like a pre-show to what might be coming in the next hearings, because this was unexpected. And Grush comes forward, his credentials check out. I've been talking to multiple people. In fact, those who worked with him at Space Force, he is the real deal. And for him to come out now and the position that he had in gathering these reports from those involved in the crash retrieval programs, and to come out now with pre-authorization from the DoD to speak on this matter, we're all kind of scrambling to figure out why. Why now? What's going on?
Why, right? So he said non-human pilots have actually been recovered from some of these wrecks. I don't understand what the value in keeping the lid on this for days, years, decades would be. I would think that we would need to be readied and prepared and maybe even allied around the world if that's the case. What is the purpose of keeping it under wraps?
Well, and here's the next thing, right? Because we're all talking about, we would love to hear, most of us would like to hear all the truth, have it laid out before us. But, I also worked as a professional crisis and emergency manager. And one of the big problems, I was doing research at Georgetown University exactly on this, is that when we're, thinking about how great it would be to know this knowledge, you have to remember this is basically an existential crisis. We're shifting people's realities, and a lot of people are not going to take this well. And we need to be very careful. So if there is a plan in place, which I highly doubt, those in power need to stay ahead of the game. If they don't do it correctly, we could have what we call cascading effects. And this could be detrimental, I think, to society because of, we saw kind of a little bit of that in COVID when reality kind of hit us, pretty strong and quick. And so it's anyone's guess, though, whether the government really has a plan for this or not.
Okay, Ben Hansen, I need you to clear your schedule because as this continues to move up the chain and into Congress, I'm going to be calling on you for some help to get me off the ledge. Thank you.
So real quick, what's a cascade effect?
Like
I think that's the word, right?
kind of like a domino. I would
Okay.
Yeah, like
Hopefully we're right on that one.
yeah, like more people. So somebody hears it, and then they begin to worry, and then they tell somebody else. Cascades the population.
I'll be honest. I don't think it's something that we need to worry about because, what if they're not really
Well, there's many theories. One is that when we started to use nuclear weapons, that's when they started showing up. That's when the sightings started to happen in the 60s. And people say okay, they've always been around, but now that we have nuclear technology and we could legit blow up the world. If a war with Russia happens between us and them, we could legit have mutually assured destruction and we could blow up the world. They send a nuke, we send a nuke, boom, it's done. So there's a huge consensus around that. A lot of people have conspiracy theories and just theories in general about that they started showing up when we had nuclear power, just to check up on us and see if we didn't blow up the world. So that's something that it's very interesting. I just can't believe it's crazy. I've always felt like there was somebody else out there, bro. A different type of people, a different type of aliens, a race, whatever. I've never been closed-minded, and I never tried to be so ignorant to assume we were the only ones.
And you can't really think I remember being younger. I'm oh man, aliens are real, but they're not. They can't be or some shit. Also the whole ghost thing earlier. They can't be ghosts. Or
and still, but seeing these credible people, even though I'm hearing them.
Mm-hmm.
It still
you
doesn't
don't want
sink in.
Yeah, you don't want to believe the shit too sometimes.
I want to believe it, or I do believe what they're saying. I believe it, but it doesn't sink in.
Mm-hmm.
I know without a doubt the government is hiding some crazy shit, especially our government, bro. I think they definitely have a cure to cancer. They have a cure to all this shit.
Remember a couple months back or some shit? I think one of the people that found the cure or some shit fucking ended up dying. He just ended up being killed. I think also the creator of Cash App was killed around the same time. I don't know if you remember that. Hold on.
Well, Kanye, when he went on that whole tirade for like 2 weeks, he said that it was the creative director of Louis Vuitton. His name was Virgil Abloh. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Off-White dude.
Yeah. So Kanye said that the Illuminati or whoever's in charge gave Virgil cancer, and then he died. They weaponized cancer, and he pointed out.
Sorry, I'm still.
And he pointed out these different instances of people dying from cancer, and he said they weaponized it, like they gave this person cancer. And Kanye, granted, take everything he says with a grain of salt, but like, bro, he said that shit about that one protected group of people, which we will not name, but he said, oh, they control everything, and guess what? You don't hear from him now, So like, I think it kind of gives him credibility in that regard. I really don't think he's crazy, bro.
I'm trying to think if I can find it. Yeah, so... No, that was in 2008. Bro, I could have sworn not that long ago. I want to say it was for cancer. Well, the dude, he was on the verge of finding it. I think he found the cure or some shit. Or he was about to found the cure. I don't know, something weird. And just fucking died.
Really?
Just fucking all of a sudden found dead.
That's the that's a story about the man who allegedly, I'm putting in quotes, created the first hydrogen engine, meaning that a car would run entirely on hydrogen. Forget gas, forget electric, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be so affordable, so cheap. It would change the world. And this was in the 90s, and this man was from Columbus, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is that he was at a diner in Columbus, telling a friend about it or whatever, and he must have drank something, whatever, and then he was eating or drinking something, whatever, in the diner, and then, it was a hush-hush thing, and he started to feel something, and he was dying immediately, boom, like that. He felt it, and he was like crawling for the door, and finally he's in the doorway, and he yells out, "They got to me, they killed me," and then he just dies.
That's fucking.
I'm gonna start real quick, because I just want to read this and show the audience real quick that this shit's not made up. So 90s Columbus diner, man killed hydrogen. Let's see. Hydrogen. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So this guy's name was Stanley Meyer. Alright, so he basically he had the idea for a hydrogen powered car, so like the engine, right? He won awards as the inventor of the year in 1993, received substantial support from countries such as Canada, England, and Sweden. In the year 1975, during the Arabian oil embargo, Saudi Arabia was cutting its oil supply to the United States, and oil prices were drastically high. The U.S. was running out of oil, and many corporations became bankrupt or were losing lots of money as a result. The American automotive industry was under massive scrutiny, as due to oil being scarce and expensive, demand for new cars dropped near zero. Something had to be done. Stanley Meyer then got to work, developing a car that would revolutionize the entire auto industry and end the United States' major dependence of oil and fossil fuels. In an interview, Meyer said that it became imperative that we must try to bring in an alternative fuel source into it very quickly. He meant that an alternative fuel must be developed in order for the U.S. to be prepared in case another oil crisis struck America to keep the entire economy on wheels. Sorry, I just want to read this so fast. So Meyer developed the hydrogen fuel cell car. This is a legit thing, okay? He claimed that this was with his device. Cars could be powered by water instead of gasoline, which was abundant, which would change the world. So it has like the mechanism, right? The plans for it, whatever. The fuel cell worked by splitting atoms of water into its most basic forms. So 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Thus the name H2O. The hydrogen was then burned to create energy, which will be delivered to the car's wheels, which is fascinating. The oxygen, along with the remaining water, will be thrown away through the exhaust, which doesn't emit any harmful emissions for health and the environment compared to gasoline-powered cars, which also gives it an advantage over electric cars. So there's this thing called lithium, which powers the batteries for electric cars. The only problem is when they say green energy, okay, that's fine, but they have to mine it. They have to mine lithium. Same thing like for an iPhone. You got to mine cobalt. That's how you make an iPhone. So it's technically not eliminating the pollution. They're still doing something. So with this, the hydrogen fuel cell car, it was revolutionary, it says. With that mechanism applied to the mainstream auto industry, emissions from automobiles would be eliminated, and the threat of global warming could potentially be reduced thanks to hydrogen-powered cars, which emits only water and oxygen. It could also end the U.S.'s dependence on oil, because we get most of our oil now from Saudi Arabia, or even end global dependence on fossil fuels in general, as we're slowly running out of oil. It was the ultimate alternative fuel. Best part is, it was abundant and could be found everywhere. So there's a prototype, legal action, and then murder. So here we're reading a newspaper article that Stanley Meyer died because he knew how to turn water into fuel. It says right here. On one fateful day, in March 21st, 1998, Stanley Meyer was mysteriously murdered. While in a restaurant with his brother, Stephen Meyer, along with two Belgian investors, Stanley was murdered by poisoning. Stephen Meyer remembered the events of what happened on that fateful evening. Stephen Meyer, quote, Stanley took a sip of cranberry juice, then grabbed his neck, bolted out the door, dropped to his knees, and vomited violently. I ran outside and asked him, "What's wrong?" Stephen recalled. He said, "They poisoned me." That was his dying declaration.
That's crazy. Like, how do you think he knew right away, though?
He must have felt it. It says right here, after a 3-month investigation, the police concluded that Meyer died of a cerebral aneurysm, but many people who knew Meyer thinks that he was murdered, as his invention could have massively paved the way for free energy. Other evidence that he was murdered was that Meyer's patents attracted much unwanted attention from governments, mysterious visitors overseas, and lucrative buyout offers. His brother Stephen Meyer even said that the two Belgian investors who were with Stanley on the day of the murder knew something. Quote, I told them that Stan had died, and they never said a word. He recalled, absolutely nothing. No condolences, no questions. I never, ever had a trust of those two men ever again. The perpetrator, along with his motives behind the murder, were never found.
So are we thinking the two investors did it then?
I think it was a big conspiracy. Because think about bro, if this was true, think about how much, first of all, the gasoline and oil companies bankrupt immediately. So it basically also all the cars in the world done.
Yeah.
Bro, everybody would flock to this shit.
This is also going to get expensive. And not only that, bro. When do you think that would cause it? Like, sounds fucked up, like a drought. And I still think there would probably be like a thing for like the oil rigging and all that, because you got to think about it too. What about the people that live in the desert that really don't got much water around? Like, how are these companies, you know what I'm saying? They're still gonna make money.
Well, water droplets do come from the air. I feel like there's got to be a way to like get it out of the air, right?
But for instance, right now,
yeah,
it's been 20-some days without rain.
That's true, but like, think about it. There's water. Water bottles are easily accessible. Granted, if that was our fuel, then I really do think it would be harder. But 70% of the Earth is water. So I think if that was the case, like if all cars ran on hydrogen fuel, I feel like we would definitely be able to have some sort of way.
But remember, that's also mostly ocean.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But there's filtration devices and stuff like that to get the salt out of the water, or the pollution out of the water too.
See, I don't know. I think he probably obviously like there's something smart about it. This was gonna pave the way with a lot of shit, but like I'm still thinking the investors did it though, low key. This is crazy. I still think the investors did.
No, I think they were definitely part of it.
Because what if they weren't really, what if they weren't investors? You know, they just pretend to be. And also, I want to know one thing, because I always look into this shit more. Like my mind goes farther. Were investors there before them? Because if so, did they?
Low key.
Because did the diner have something to do with that?
Yeah.
Because what if they're like, hey, well, put this in whatever this guy orders. You know what I'm saying? And what if, real quick, what if he was the only one to take that drink? Like, what if they put this in these two guys' drinks? All right.
Well, only one drink.
But hear me out though. What if they said they put it into two? The other guy didn't take a sip yet.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because think about it. They said as soon as the water hit his throat, he fucking.
Or the cranberry juice. Yeah.
The water, cranberry. As soon as it hit his fucking stomach or throat or whatever, he ran out the door. And you know what I'm saying? Died.
Look at this. So apparently it says right here, today the fuel cell lives on with auto manufacturers Toyota and my uncle was telling me about this actually. With auto manufacturers Toyota and Honda selling fuel cell powered cars. Meyer's invention paved the way for new alternative energies to be developed today. In the future. Hydrogen fuel cell powered cars were now available and could be mass produced sometime in the future. They were all modeled off Meyer's work. So far, these systems are designed to produce HHO, which is commonly known as Brown's gas. It is injected into the fuel system to greatly increase fuel efficiency, none similar to Meyer's original invention. Today, most of Meyer's patents have expired and are available to be viewed online, which is why, right here,
the blueprints and all
not
that?
This, but right here,
that.
the mechanism. So this is the mechanism. So there's a gas output, and we'll have a picture down below. There's a gas output, and then there's where the hydrogen, the oxygen, the dissolved gases. Then there's a water level. There's part A and part B. A is below B. B is where the water is, and then A is where the fuel cell water capacitor is. So I don't know. I'm not a car guy personally, but bro, this would change the world.
Also, here's another thing. If they already got this, why haven't they done it?
Exactly.
Why didn't the brother do it? Because if he's part of it, why didn't he do it?
Well, I think it said here that
because it may have been that dude's invention, but this obviously they got all the shit for it. He got damn near everything.
I don't know.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I'm starting to overthink with this shit now.
It said, okay, so here, it says there's a prototype. So after a few months of this is before he died. After a few months of development of his fuel cell engine, Meyer built a buggy which was powered by his revolutionary fuel cell engine. It worked like a charm. Meyer claimed that the device required less energy to perform electrolysis than the minimum amount hypothesized or predicted by conventional sciences. Some accounts also describe that he developed an electric cell which split your ordinary tap water into basic atoms, hydrogen and oxygen, with even less energy required. Meyer showed off his brand new hydrogen-powered car and made demonstrations around the United States. Wow, I cannot talk. I apologize. Some of the people who saw his advanced contraption were Professor Michael Lofton, who was the Dean of Engineering at Mary College in London, Admiral Sir Anthony Griffin, who was a former controller of the British Navy, and Dr. Keith Hindley, a UK research chemist. Everyone who saw the car was amazed at how innovative and revolutionary the entire concept was. They all agreed that Meyer's fuel cell could turn water into hydrogen fuel with electrolysis, and turns out it produced far more hydrogen than estimated calculations. Meyer claimed that this invention did what the Board of Sciences thought was absolutely impossible, turning casual tap water into hydrogen fuel and drive his hydrogen-powered car across the country with only 75 liters of water. Shit. Legal action. This is still before the murder. It seemed well into legal issues came. After a few months after the hydrogen fuel cell was developed, many allegations came from the lawyers that the hydrogen-powered car was fraudulent and illegitimate. Many lawsuits were formed against Meyer's inventions. His water fuel cell was later examined by 3 expert witnesses in court, who found that there was nothing revolutionary about the cell at all, and that it was simply using conventional electrolysis. Many investors claim Meyer was doing nothing revolutionary and was just doing a case of money laundering. If that's the case, why'd they kill him? The court ordered Meyer to repay all investors who were against him, as it was claimed illegitimate. It was described as a gross and egregious fund, but despite all that, some were still defending him. A judge named Roger Hurley defended Meyer, quote, "I would not represent somebody who I would consider to be a shyster or a bum," said Hurley. "He was a nice guy." And then he got murdered.
That's interesting.
We got into a place that I didn't.
We've been all over the place. So
And that's the beauty of podcasting, bro. Like you never know where you're really gonna get. You just get there.
Facts. That's the crazy part. Like we've been everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
for real.
Literally everywhere so far.
Like the neighborhood horror. Everywhere, bro. How do you want to end this? We're coming in on an hour and a half.
Damn, an hour and a half.
What I tell you, bro, this shit goes fast. We're gonna close this. How do you want to leave your first episode as being a co-host? How do you want to end it? This is on you. I'm just here. Shit,
bro. I don't know. This is wild.
Yeah, bro.
This is wild. I don't know. I'm still fucking trying to think about everything we just talked about today, honestly.
Listen, don't get high.
Dude, if you guys were high today, we are definitely sorry for this.
Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Just do that for me. We're finally going to be able to mass produce shorts with an AI technology that I had no clue existed. But we're definitely going to be able to do that now, which is awesome. Don't get high.
Don't get high. But if you do, have fun. Hey, real quick, before this ends.
Yeah, shout out the social medias.
Before that.
Okay.
What do you think about weed, though? I know we already went for a minute, but like, we already told these guys don't get high, but like, I want to know your input now.
I think it should definitely be legal. That's for sure. If it doesn't kill anybody, then why is it not? I mean, why is it illegal? Why is it not available for access? I don't care if it's medical. I don't care if it's recreational, bro. The fact of the matter is, getting high using marijuana recreationally has allowed for some of the most creative art, just the best art that the human race has ever seen. It comes from people who have been under the influence of marijuana. Now, I don't smoke. I don't smoke at all. Matter of fact, the only time that I put a blunt to my mouth, it was a couple of times, but I was never high. I can remember one time in particular where I was at a party senior year, and it was like 100 people at this one house. Right, we were in a rich neighborhood, whatever. I'm not going to say the name of the people. I'm not going to say the town. It was Canfield. But it got handed to me, whatever, and so I can't lie. I took it, whatever. Right? And then
peer pressure.
Yeah, well, no, not even. I was just curious. And then the dad came outside. He was in the garage, and he goes, who's smoking all that? And all at least 100 people looked at him, and I was like, I just pointed at this random group. I was like, it's them. And then I ran. I passed the blunt off, and I was done. But I never got high. I didn't want to get high. I was always scared that I would fail a drug test or whatever, and I never got drug tested. But I don't know. Smoking weed's never been my thing per se. But yeah, I think people should definitely be able to get high. The only thing that I'm against is the smell. I mean, I don't know. I think there should be a way that it should be regulated by the government, and maybe not even the government, but private business, to the point where the smell wasn't so much of an odor.
Hear me out. That is a hard part, but bro, so we do, we do deal with people on a daily, random people from everywhere. We've dealt with people that been in jail for drugs.
Yeah.
Fucking robbery, all that shit. I mean, I went to barber school, so I've learned about shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I found out, how you probably got friends that smoke and shit.
Of course, yeah.
You know how all your friends want the greenest weed, all that shit. You know how much chemicals they put on that shit to make that look that green?
Really?
Yeah, you have to put like chemicals on all that. And usually so basically for it not to smell, bro, you know how much more chemicals that you'd have to fucking put on that?
I never even imagined, no.
Mm-hmm. Bro, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna say I don't know a lot about it, but I'm just saying, like, dude, I think it should be recreational. I mean,
definitely.
I'm not lying to you. I think there's a few people I know should definitely be smoking. They need a fucking chill pill.
Yeah.
But
I mean, literally, there's medical marijuana. It definitely helps. My problem is that, for example, if somebody's having a party, right, and it's different from alcohol in this respect because there is an odor when you smoke it. I mean, I feel like people could get used to it in time, just like they did the cigarette smoke. But you can smell it from far. Yeah, you can smell it from far away. There was an article from I believe it was the New York Post I read a couple weeks ago, and it said how like in New York City, everybody's getting high and like this odor and stuff like that. I think there's definitely pros and cons. I don't think the con weighs out the pros. Like I said, I don't smoke. I'm certainly not advocating for people to use drugs or whatever.
Yeah, don't do hard drugs. I mean,
yeah. But
and don't smoke and drive. That's all. I'm gonna say that.
And of course, there also is a correlation to schizophrenia from marijuana. It's such a small percentage, I believe, but it still is a thing. You should definitely I don't even know. Just consider everything before. You should consider everything, all your tolerances. If there's a history, maybe of schizophrenia or something like that. But I really don't think it should be illegal.
I don't think it should be illegal because think about Michigan is recreational, New York's recreational, LA's recreational.
Oregon made everything recreational.
What, like heroin and all that?
I mean.
I would say, don't tell me fucking heroin, because that's a fucking dumbass shit. I'm not saying I agree with like the whole marijuana, bro. Damn, it's like it's crazy that we were just at the end of this, and then I'm like, fuck it, let's talk about weed real quick.
Okay, yeah. So Oregon is the first U.S. state to decriminalize non-commercial possession of drugs that are illegal under the Federal Controlled Substance Acts. Several other states are considering similar legislation and are looking at Oregon's BM 110 experience to shape how they proceed. So, okay, so this is what's really cool. As a part of the passing of Oregon Ballot Measure 110, which came into effect February 1st, 2021, the personal possession of psilocybin and psilocybin mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms, was decriminalized. See, that shit is cool because psychedelics specifically, I'm trying to think which one. It's either MDMA. No, one of them. It's like proven to, like, doctors have been using it. They've tested it, and it's been proven to help people with like traumatic brain injuries, PTSD, stuff like that, anxiety. So like, I definitely think that stuff too.
Have you heard of the drug DMT?
Oh, DMT. That's what it is. Yeah,
it's like where you live your whole life in like it's like
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. And like, bro, people have been snapped out of it. It's like, where's my wife or some shit. Bro,
Yeah.
Think about this. I was just talking about how we live our whole life. Come on, bro. We're not even on a drug. Think about that.
Okay.
Imagine being on that drug. We might have to say this for another one, low key. Bro,
Part 2 next week, but we get accurate.
oh, bro, this goes into so much more.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna check if this is still recording. You just give me 1 second. Oh, I can't move.
Is it recorded?
Fuck it. We're gonna do it. It's like 10:40 right now.
It's 10:35.
Are you down to talk about this?
Fuck it.
What do you think? Because you have to get up, like you say. I have to get up early tomorrow too. Shit. Do you want to continue this another time?
Let's run this to 11, bro.
Okay, bet.
Let's run this to 11.
Okay, bet.
Let's get into this subject.
Or whenever the video cuts off, mind you, I had like 80 gigs, and we're recording on 4K, so we should be good, right?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. We're not gonna know when this cuts off.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna be
Alright.
up till 4 or 5 a.m. like editing this shit. It's gonna be posted by tomorrow.
Fuck. Alright. Well, guys, we're going to talk a little bit longer about this shit.
We're taking his co-host podcast virginity. I said that in the most straight way possible in Pride Month, but I can't lie. I do sound gay. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Dude, I'm not lying to you. This is a 2-hour podcast right now.
I know. How crazy is that? All right, so yeah, there is apparently a way to like safely do heroin.
Dude, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck who you are. You cannot safely do heroin.
Yes, you can.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you, you can.
No way.
There was a guy that went on Joe Rogan, and he was a doctor, and he was talking about he used heroin recreationally. Okay, so can you safely do? Okay, right here, safer ways to use heroin. Okay, so using heroin. So this is from. I'm not even gonna say it's like it might not be credible, but fuck it. We're gonna do it. So the Pipala show, misinformation. We're no stranger to this thing on this show. So using heroin. This is right here. Using heroin is never completely safe, but you can reduce the risks by not injecting. So you get a needle, right? Don't put that thing in your vein. Do it somewhere else, like your ass.
You're telling these motherfuckers how to do heroin. Real quick, don't do fucking heroin. Don't listen to this motherfucker.
Just shoot
If you're gonna do it though, you can, I think, drink it or some shit.
Just shoot it at the butt. Come on, everybody does it. Only the cool kids do it. Anyway, it may take a little bit longer for you to get your hit, but you'll avoid injecting risks like collapsed veins, scarring, and infection. So, if you may be looking for alternatives to injecting heroin, you can. Or hold on, you may be looking for alternatives to injecting if you are starting to use again after a break. You can't get into the damn vein. You want to give your veins a rest. I mean, I want to give my veins a rest. You got a blocked needle. Damn, don't you hate when you have a blocked needle? When you're doing heroin, don't you hate that? I hate that. Maybe you haven't got clean equipment, okay? Okay, you're on Skid Row, and say your best friend Bill, he's got 3 teeth. He didn't give you a clean needle. You can't get into your vein, okay? You got a blocked needle because Bill has HIV. He's been on the street for 10 years, and he just wants a clean needle, but he can't get into the vein. Well, here's ways that you can use heroin safely.
Dude, I really can't believe you fucking...
You can smoke it. You can smoke... Chase it. You can chase it. Smoking heroin gives you the most similar high to injecting. You just gotta smoke it. That's all you gotta do. Any kind of heroin can be smoked apart from white powder heroin. This doesn't burn as well as the other kinds of heroin. You need a small square of foil and a straw, a tutor.
Alright, bro. We can't be telling them how to do fucking heroin. Alright, but I guess there is safer ways to do fucking heroin. Alright. But there is a new thing I did learn about, though, recently.
There's steps. Can I read the steps?
No, bro. You're teaching them how to do heroin, dog. Listen, this 2-hour podcast, bro, about to be taken off YouTube.
No way.
You're going to have to go to fucking
No way.
Steve Will Do It fucking thing.
No. Rumble?
Yeah, you have to go to Rumble. Bro, if you fucking teach them how to do heroin... Think about it.
Don't do this. Step 1.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home, but here's how to do heroin safely. Step 1.
Heroin 101.
Put some folds into your square foil. This helps it to hold the beat of the liquid heroin better.
He's on heroin.
Step 2. Put a small amount of heroin in the foil. Just pour it. Step 3. Hold the foil in one hand and the straw in your mouth. Heat the foil from below with a lighter until the heroin turns into a bead of liquid. Keep the foil and the bead gently moving. The idea is to melt the heroin, not to burn it up. Step 4. Chase the moving bead with the straw, inhaling the vapor as it appears. Now, there are things to bear in mind here. Always stick to your own straw. Sharing can spread infections. Of course, right? Of course. Heroin is a cough suppressant, whatever the hell that means. This means you're more likely to get chest infections.
Damn.
What is a chest infection? I had no clue.
It's an infection in your chest.
I mean,
dog.
okay, clearly.
Damn.
Clearly.
Come on, it's right there.
If this happens,
Fucking private school for you. Go to public school.
I'm ending my life. This means you're more likely to get chest infections. If this happens, try switching to another method, such as snorting, for a while.
What the fuck?
Oh, here's what I was recommending.
You gotta put it up your bum.
Okay, yeah. Another option. You put it up your bum.
Or snort or sniff it.
Well, hold on. Yeah, okay. So, put it up your bum, right? If you don't want to smoke the heroin, if you don't really think that the needle is the best option, then put it up your ass, bro. Everybody does it. The inside of your bum, anus, their words, not mine, has a good blood supply. That means anything you put up there gets into your bloodstream quickly. Bro, have you ever heard of, like, 4th graders? No, you haven't?
No.
Rubbing alcohol on cotton balls and then shoving it up their ass to get high?
No.
Or drunk? No, I think it's drunk.
What the fuck were you doing at private school, dog?
It wasn't me, bro. I just heard about it on a podcast. It wasn't mine either. So, to take heroin via your bum, number 1, you get it ready in the barrel as though you were going to inject. Number 2, take the needle off, and in parentheses it says important. Whatever. Number 3, you're gonna lay on your side. So if I can, give a visual representation of what this looks like. You're gonna lay on your side. You're gonna put the tip of the barrel about an inch into your bump, and then you're gonna push the plunger. And then you're going to stay lying down for about 10 minutes. So, if your wife doesn't find you passed out on the floor from an overdose of heroin, then I would think that it was a success.
I'm just saying this, if you OD on heroin, you're not passed out on the floor, dog.
Are you dead?
I'm pretty sure you're dead.
Whatever you are. I mean, people have come back, hypothetically. Don't do this at home. So, snort it. Sniff it. Just snort heroin. You have 5 steps. Number 1, you're going to roll up the piece of paper into, or hold on, how is it? You're going to roll up the piece of paper or card into a straw. They don't say how big or long the straw is, but I would assume you want it to be a decent amount. Number 2, what you're going to do, you're going to put a small amount of heroin onto a smooth, clean surface. Kind of obviously like the table that we're on here now. You're going to chop it up with a clean razor blade or knife to get rid of any lumps. I mean, I don't know. Number 4, you're going to use the razor blade or knife to make a short line of heroin. Now, this is opposed to a long line of heroin, which is completely unsafe, and I just do not recommend. That's definitely a no-no, but this is okay.
So,
Number
real
5.
quick, do you think it's kind of like coca?
I've never done coke.
But I'm just saying, like, how they're doing it, though. Like,
I mean, yeah.
It seems like that's how you would do coke.
Yeah. And then number 5, you're going to put one end of the straw into your nose and then run the other end along the line and snort the heroin in one go. Why not 2? What about, okay, hear me out.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
This is really sounding like they're doing coke. Because, like, I mean, shit, I've never done coke, by the way. But I've watched a lot of movies, and this seems like the way they do coke.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Or hear me out. What if they're not doing coke in the movies? What if they're doing heroin? Plot fucking twist.
Okay, hold on here.
Oh, there's no more. There's only safe ways.
Okay, but
these are only the safe ways to do heroin.
There's things to bear in mind. So heroin can damage the inside of your nose.
Why wouldn't it?
And because it's a painkiller, you may not always notice. You can help prevent damage by rinsing out your nose with warm, salty water or using a saline nasal spray, which is available from pharmacies. If your nose is painful or you're getting lots of nosebleeds, try a different method, such as smoking, for a while, and then I guess it's okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Highly recommend not doing fucking heroin. This don't sound safe at all.
This feels like no.
That you regret?
I gotta edit that one out. Fuck. No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Fuck it, bro. You just talked about heroin, dog. You do not gotta edit that one out. You just told them how to do heroin. You do not gotta edit that part out. You ever do something with a girl that you regret? Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been in like a situation where you regretted it like immediately after? So that's
Yeah.
how I feel like right now. After reading all the safe ways to do heroin.
Bro, I was trying not to get you to read that shit.
I know, but I had to. I had to pop the cherry on that conversational topic. It was just.
This wasn't the route I was trying to go.
I know. Okay, where do you want to go? I'm sorry.
we were on this weed.
I'm sorry.
Well, fuck it. We're on heroin now, I guess.
We can talk about weed.
Where do we go from heroin? We gotta do meth now.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know too much about meth.
Do we do crack instead?
Can we talk about how the government secretly pumped crack into the ghettos and poor-income neighborhoods, low-income neighborhoods in the 1980s? And it was all Ronald Reagan's fault?
I really didn't know that was a thing. But real quick, though, I did find out about a new drug. Not really. It's not a new drug, by the way. It's been out for a while. It's called RSO.
Okay.
It's called Rick Simpson oil.
What's that?
Bro, it's liquid THC. It's crazy as fuck. I learned about this not long ago.
Is it like a drink?
No, it's so... Dude, crazy that we just got done talking about this, but it comes in a fucking syringe.
What?
And it looks like heroin.
What?
I swear to God. Hold on. Add another tab, bro. We gotta add another tab up on
Yeah,
here.
go ahead.
Let me show you this shit.
I'm gonna check if it's still recording. This is so crazy. I can't believe it's recording.
That's an RSO.
Oh shit.
Looks exactly like what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Basically, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna have a picture down below. Wow.
But are you ordering the 21? No, we're not ordering the 21.
You bet.
That's crazy when I see pictures like that. But bro,
Whoa.
This shit like
That looks like fish oil.
bro, like you can put this shit in like your drinks. Like look how happy Rick Simpson is, bro.
He certainly does look like he smoked a fair share of weed.
But like look, you put it in your fucking drink, you know, mix into food and shit. They could smoke it. Bro,
Wow.
basically though, it's like
I just have my little tick. Happens every once in a while. I don't have any problems though, not like that at least.
he did heroin today. That's why I wanted to tell you guys so much about it. But no, honestly though, I did. I fucking found out more about this, and like, if you have like a burn and shit, you can put this shit on the burn. And it helps heal it and that.
Really?
I don't know. I found it on.
So it's like it's liquid THC.
Yes, basically.
That's incredible. Oh, I want to see how long can it make you high. I want to see that. RSO may take at least 1 to 2 hours to begin effect. Oh shit! Effects of this liquid weed generally last 4 to 6 hours, with average dosage. What?
But real quick though, I did hear from someone that did take this. They were high for 12 hours.
What?
By the way, they do got this. If you're in Michigan, they do have this up there in Michigan.
Oh shit!
I found that out recently.
Shit.
Yeah, crazy. It's some crazy shit, bro. Like, dude, I really don't know. Like, I'll be honest. Like, in my past, I have taken edibles.
Okay, yeah. I
Listen,
me personally, I have not, but I'm not judging.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've smoked and I've taken edibles. I would rather smoke any fucking day of the week than take an edible.
That's what they say, because they say like edibles are like psychedelics.
No, not even that, bro. So listen. So when you smoke, you know how you basically stop how high you get type deal. Like you could smoke and be like, listen, I'm good enough.
I mean, I've heard, but I can.
Oh yeah. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bro, I took an edible. and the high progressively got worse and worse and worse. Not like worse, but like I realized I was higher, and 4 hours after I took this shit, like I was still not at my peak.
For real.
It was still going. I was like, shit, this ain't good. And I was like panicking.
Yeah.
So I had to literally force myself to go to sleep. It was like so bad. But bro, like
When you woke up, how was it?
I felt high still.
For real.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt fucking high still.
Were you scared at that point?
No. No, I'm dumb as fuck, dog. I'm not scared. Dude, listen. Fuck it. I'm living, ain't I? At least I think right now. Like we talked about earlier. Like, hey, this could be our fucking 7 minutes right now, dog.
What do you mean 7 minutes?
When we die, we relive our life in 7 minutes or 7 seconds or whatever. Remember that earlier?
Yeah, it's a callback.
Remember that? This could be our fucking 7 minutes or 7 seconds.
Have you heard of like when people are like just about to die? Like the quotes? Like some people, not just the quotes, but like who they see. Okay, so I'll give you an example. My mom tells me a story. So my great grandma died when she was 96. Okay.
Yeah.
She died when I was a junior in high school. I was very fortunate to know her and have a relationship with her. And one of the stories that my mother tells when she was visiting my great grandma in her last like couple of months on Earth, couple of weeks on Earth, was that she was pointing to the wall behind her and said, I'm not gonna say my mom's name, but oh, like who are those people behind you? Who are those people?
I have heard about that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people like will see like their parents or like their dead parents,
Yeah.
their grandparents. And shit. Yeah,
And my mom was like, okay.
there's no one fucking here.
And my other great grandma, who's also 96, ironically, I believe she's also, my aunt takes care of her, and I believe she's also said things about like that.
That'd be freaky as fuck, dog.
But yeah,
Like, real quick, what are you doing? All right, hear me out. All right, you down the road, say your grandma or your mom. Like, you don't ever want to think about that. A loved one is that point, and they say, "Who are the people behind you?" What the fuck do you do?
I just got a cold shiver.
Like, what the fuck do you do in that moment, dog?
Well, you turn around first, and when you see that nobody, I don't know, I feel like you're close to death at that point.
Or like, what if they say, "Who's that person right next to you?" Like, dude, there's.
React just how my mom did. Like,
I'd probably be like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who's next to me?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "I don't see no one." I don't know, bro. Crazy. We end up going back to all that shit again.
Well, they say humans cannot talk about life after death or just their own mortality for like more than 2 minutes. Shide and I tried, and we couldn't do it.
Well, like life after death.
Like where we go after this and just talking about death. Like, for whatever reason, everybody gets sidetracked. I bet if you like tried it, you forced yourself.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I could definitely fucking talk about life after death for more than 2 minutes. No doubt in my mind. Will I be fucking freaked out?
Where do you think you're going?
Where do I think I'm going?
Where do you think you're going?
I'll be honest, I don't know where.
But like, what are your thoughts? What are your beliefs today? I'm not saying like a religion or whatever. Like, what does Daniel Sinclair? What does Big Clips believe?
I'll be honest, I think I'm going to hell.
Why do you think that?
Bro, it just I don't know, bro. I might stay here. You never know.
I mean, nobody really knows.
Yeah, we don't know. But like, reason why I think I'm going to hell, I've done a lot of fucked up shit in the past.
I mean, but everybody has.
Yeah, I've said a lot of fucked up shit, but also at the same time, like me being generous and all that, or like being nice to people. I think also that sometimes makes up for that to possibly get into heaven. But yeah, fuck it, I might be staying here. What if I don't want to go anywhere? And what if this shit? What if there's like a stairway to heaven, and I don't want to climb it? And I just want to stay right here and just fucking watch everyone.
Then maybe you'd be a ghost.
Or a demon. Damn, crazy, huh?
I mean, you don't seem like the demon type.
No, but I'm just saying though, like,
Look at me. I don't know shit. I'm 22 years old, and I'm just like, oh, you don't seem like the demon type. What do I know, bro?
But listen though, we don't know. Because think about it. What if that person that's a demon wasn't a demon before they went and died? You know what I'm saying? What if they died, didn't get to where they wanted to go, and now they're pissed off because they didn't go anywhere? I also think sometimes like the people that are ghosts when they die and shit. I think like they're not ready to leave. Like they're waiting for a specific thing. Like they did something or someone like they want that one person to forgive them.
And like their trip
Like there's
to heaven hasn't been complete because there's still things that like stones that were left unturned.
Yeah, they didn't know like it say like something wasn't their fault or like some they weren't they were forgiven or some shit like that, you know? Like that type of stuff. I'm just saying. It's
one more thing before we wrap up because we do have it's almost 11.
Dude, it is.
What if like demons? What if they weren't the conventional way that we think about them? What if instead of like being possessed by a demon, you were like really mentally ill? And then that was like what the true meaning of like a demon was, or maybe you have a really bad alcohol, like you're a very bad alcoholic, you can't shake it, and that's your demon. And what if like the conventional way of like thinking about what demons really are, across everything, movies, ancient history, whatever, just what we think about demons of possessing somebody. What if like that's like what a true demon really is?
Could be.
You never know.
Dude, I don't know. This is something like
philosophical shit.
I'm saying this. Definitely another topic to be talked about.
Yeah.
I say this is like gotta be like a fucking topic to be talked about with like more than just us.
Yeah, I agree.
We need Shide's input.
I agree.
Shide,
you've been too absent too long.
When you get back, we need to talk to you about this.
Literally next week, we'll pick up from here, and we'll just go till whenever.
We gotta get you drunk though, so this way we know your actual feelings.
Yeah, I wish I was a little bit buzzed. I can't lie, I'm not. I'm trying though.
I'm not. I'm chilling.
I'm trying.
I gotta work tomorrow, so I can't.
I'm just trying to. Yeah, right. I'm just trying to enjoy shit. Well, anything else? Plug the socials real quick. Get your hair cut by this man. He does a fantastic job.
Come through one day. I'm at Look Good Feel Good Barbershop. Follow us on Instagram at Look Good Feel Good Boardman. Follow my Instagram BigClips_barbering. Then follow my TikTok. I think it's BigClips_barbering. Clips with a Z though, by the way.
With a Z. Z.
So.
Or
Z. Yeah.
The newest co-host of the Luke Pipala Show. Thank you, sir, for agreeing to do this.
Thank you for having me on.
It's just been awesome, and definitely a mentally stimulating conversation for sure. Definitely thought-provoking. Don't get high if you're watching this, but
don't do heroin.
Don't do heroin. Fine, whatever. No,
especially there's safer ways.
Really, so. Yeah. Don't do heroin. Don't do drugs. We're certainly not advocating for drug use, but if you do, then don't put it in your vein. Bye.
Let's go.